Is there anything shareholders can do to make their business stand out?
So shareholders need to assess where that capital table is and ultimately what the state of the capital structure of the business is. So they should look at perhaps what they would like to achieve, what they need to do personally in their life, and then see how they can align their business with that. Generally speaking, most businesses will sort of go through a process at a time that suits the shareholder, particularly in the lower mid-market where it's driven by life events such as people getting old or ill or falling out or a life event happening. What that does mean is that shareholders that start earlier thinking about what might happen in the future, but having plans shelved away, will help them stand out when that time comes. So reaching out to an advisor, speaking to a capital advisor, speaking to a business readiness expert, those sorts of things will help shareholders prepare for the eventual what-if scenario.
What are family offices and how are they impacting the market?
A traditional private equity house will go out and raise funds from their limited partners effectively, and they will give them a set of money to deploy under a set of rules, which makes private equity houses relatively predictable as to whether or not they will or won't like an opportunity. Family offices tend to be individuals that are authorised by a high net worth or a number of high net worths in the case of a multi-family office to be able to deploy their finance into opportunities that suit them. They do not come with stringent rules as to what can and can't be done, or they may or may not come with stringent rules as to what can and can't be done. As a result, those funds tend to be less predictable, but they tend to be able to suit opportunities that are non-standard. As the market has got increasingly complex and access to capital becomes increasingly complex, more and more high net worths are moving away from the limited partner model and towards a deployment of capital on a bespoke case-by-case basis. So we are starting to see the rise of family offices in the market actually investing in opportunities that otherwise would have been difficult for private equity to deploy into. As that access becomes easier, particularly with the advent of technology such as artificial intelligence, I think we will see more of these funds that are less specific and more focused on, well, let's just have a look at the opportunity and assess it on its own merits. That will make it harder for businesses to access capital because there will be so many options available in the market, and that is where professional advisors will be able to bridge the gap.
How can a business connect with family offices?
There are a number of family offices in the UK and across Europe and the rest of the world. The difficulty in accessing them is understanding who to contact. This might be a small group of people, maybe one or two people acting on behalf of a high net worth or a number of high net worths. Knowing who those people are is actually challenging for individuals and actually for a lot of boutique corporate finance houses. Some advisory firms have started to specialise or be able to access these family offices. In particular, here at K3 Group, we have a list of family offices that we have relationships with that we're able to reach out to in scenarios that will suit that family office's specific circumstances. So we are able to connect individuals with the end counterparties that might be suitable for their business. But it does take a firm with a level of breadth and width to be able to access that market.
What are the key messages for businesses looking to fundraise?
For businesses that are looking to fundraise, you should prepare early. You should think about what it is that you want to do with your life and whether or not your fundraise meets your life goals. And you should reach out to a professional advisor to help tell you exactly what it is that you can do to optimise the fundraising process.